news. Well, let's now bring in Martin Abrams, Labour councillor and spokesperson for the left-wing Labour faction Momentum. Hi, Martin.
Good morning, Matt.
Are you welcoming Natalie Elphicke with open arms into the Labour family?
I mean, not quite. We're living in a topsy-turvy world, aren't we, Matt, where Natalie Elphicke is a Labour Party MP, but Diane Abbott, the first black female MP, isn't a Labour Party MP. And, that's not the only thing that is deeply concerning to Labour Party members. It's the fact that, Natalie Elphicke has got many, many scandals behind her that we've just heard from Gabriel there, being suspended from the House of Commons for supporting, for trying to influence, the judge in her husband's case. She backed Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. She supports Israel's bombardment of Gaza. The list goes on. I mean, in terms of Labour Party values, attacking trade unions and P&O during the firing rehire scandal there, she voted against plans to ban fire and rehire, which, when 800 plus P&O workers had just been sacked via video link, is utterly shameful. So it really does, feel like we've gone totally through the looking glass when you've got Keir Starmer's spokesperson saying that they're confident that Natalie Elphicke shares Labour values, and Annalise Dodds, saying that Natalie Elphicke is a good natural fit for the Labour Party. The Labour Party are currently polling 30 points ahead of the Tories. The Tories have completely imploded, Matt. They have zero chance of winning the general election. So why is Keir Starmer welcoming people like Natalie Elphicke, hard-right Tory MPs? I mean, some people describe her to the right of Suella Braverman. Why are we welcoming Tory MPs like this into the Labour Party? It absolutely tramples all over the rich history of our party, and really does stick in the throat.
There'll be some people who say, well, actually, it's because he's changed the Labour Party. He's moved it from the Momentum days, the Jeremy Corbyn days on the left. He's moved to the centre, and therefore the Overton window, whatever we would call it, the broad church has moved, rightwards away from Momentum, and that maybe then is why there's room for Natalie Elphicke in it. I
mean, come on, Matt. Natalie Elphicke is not in the centre. She's if the Overton window has moved that far, I mean, we're really living in a utterly bizarre world. And, it really does show that Keir Starmer has a deep lack of integrity when he's kind of pandering to these anti-migrant sentiments. Let's remember, Matt, just 4 years ago, Keir Starmer was elected as Labour Party leader on the back of 10 solemn pledges. Pledge 6 of his 10 pledges was defending migrant rights. Okay, a few years later, he is welcoming Natalie Elphicke, who has completely trodden all over any semblance of migrant rights, demonising migrants, trampling all over their rights, and, creating a huge amount of scaremongering in the process. And then Keir Starmer welcomes this person into the party. I mean, personally, Matt, I am sick to the back teeth of being lied to and gaslit by Keir Starmer and people in the Labour Party. We're currently living in a world where hard-right Tory MPs are welcomed into the Labour Party and said to have Labour Party values, where Diane Abbott is suspended, and, where people who are supporting, the awful bombardment and a plausible case of genocide in Gaza are described as moderate, and those that are opposing it are described as extremists. We are completely through the looking glass here, and it is no wonder that there are so many angry Labour Party MPs about this decision. Often it feels like Keir Starmer's faction is just trying to troll the left faction of the Labour Party, and no doubt they'll be sat in their HQ, sniggering and giggling about this. But this isn't a game. Politics is not a game. These are real people's lives we're talking about. You know, there are key issues with migrants crossing the channel, but Keir Starmer said he would defend their rights in order to get elected. So that would include things like, really looking after those refugees that need a place of sanctuary, that have left war zones, that are desperately in need of a place of sanctuary. You know, I'm sick to the back teeth of being lied to and gaslit about this, and so are many other Labour Party members. So it's an utterly bizarre decision. You know, it is going to be angering many people. I can't see the political advantage to this when Labour are already polling so far ahead.
OK, Martin, well, I introduced you as a Labour councillor and a spokesman for Momentum. Earlier in the week, we had Hilary Shannon, who was a Labour councillor, former co-chair of Momentum, and she's quit from both and is now sitting as an independent. Has it crossed your mind to resign as well?
Well, listen, Matt, I've been a member of the Labour Party for the best part of 2 decades. So, you know, I've seen the ebb and the flow of, left ascendancy, Labour right in the ascendancy. So, no, I'm not thinking about that. You know, the Labour Party, is a broad church. You know, what I would say is that, talking about being sort of through the looking glass, it is a bit of a hostile environment, the Labour Party, for those on the left. You know, I am a Labour councillor, but was suspended from Lambeth Labour Group recently for voting for a ceasefire. There was a motion in the council, and we were told to vote against that. I lost the Labour whip because of that, and this is what I mean about it being, a topsy-turvy world and us being gaslit. You know, the Labour Party has to be a place where people can stand up for Palestinian rights, where people can stand up for migrant rights, where people can stand up for public ownership of our utilities. You know, these are true Labour Party values. And at the moment, Keir Starmer is kind of trampling all over those, tearing up those 10 solemn pledges that he made to get elected, and making it into a very hostile environment for people on the left. So, it is difficult.
OK, Martin.
But we'll keep speaking out and speaking up.
Martin Abrams, good to speak to you this morning. Labour councillor and spokesperson for the Momentum Group.